you can go there and have a rest.
Enjoy the sun.
I'm from Heerlen, that's in the south of Holland. But I live in Amsterdam for 25 years now. I think it's a marvelous spot on the world. It's especially here on the water. I have my studio here next to the water. And in the city it's very crowded, and it's really an international city with a lot of people from all over the world.
And for artists, it's a good place? Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of good artists living in Amsterdam, but nowadays the government is not so nice to artists anymore. So it's more difficult to find a place, it's more difficult to find finances. And, so it used to be better. Well, now I'm going to make an installation with a lot of shining objects. Some are very special and expensive, some are very, like, you know, you can buy them in every Christmas shop. And I combine them, and it's really about taking time and giving energy. I give my energy to this material and to place it very precise. And I hope that for the viewer that's a nice thing to see. Sometimes I think of my work like coming into a church. You know, sometimes I go to Rome, for instance, or to France, and then I visit the big cathedral, and I like it so much. This place where every spot your eye goes, everything is had attention, had someone taken care of, and I would like to, with my work, to take care for the eyes of the viewers, that they really can see something to be with their eyes and to have a nice place to be. If I can do something to make the surrounding of the city more beautiful or more worthwhile being, or, well, then it's great. I would love to. I like it very much that it's really among the people, so that everybody can see it, and that you know, before you go to a museum, you already decide to go there. But if you see something in the street, it just comes to you. Even if you go to school or whatever, you can just see it, and I hope people will smile or. I want people to invite to be part of it, and I mean, for me it's playing around, and I think playing around is important for people, as I think a beautiful surrounding is important. Just to do something else, to put something else in life.
It's real beautification of the city, but unfortunately it will not stay here.
No, but it will stay in your memory.
Okay.
And those few people who saw it, every time they pass this spot, they will remember it. So it's somewhere in their brains.
Do you have other hopes for the future of Amsterdam?
Yes, I hope it stays a living city, really alive. It should stay alive. It shouldn't go to sleep. It should be awake and be open for all people.
American who's moved here like many, many other Americans. Fantastic city to be in. It's a very relaxed city. It's a very culturally aware city, and it's a very mature city. Those things come together and create a great place to live. And I'm probably Amsterdam's biggest fan.
Okay, it seems to be a perfect way of life here.
It's a perfect way of life here, and I think that what we're doing with Green Graffiti has been inspired also by Amsterdam and its ambitions to be a city that is recognizing the fact that we need to do something in terms of sustainability and global warming. What we're doing today is part of our sort of social objectives of our business, and that is to use our business in a way that we can earn money so that we can also give back to the people. And in this case, what we're doing is we're basically finding a place which may not be so attractive anymore because it's gotten old and run down, and we're going to create a little bit of street art and make it a much nicer place to sit, look out over the Amstel and enjoy the great city. It's a very simple process. What we're doing, we're using reverse graffiti, which is a very, very old form of street art. It's been around for probably more than 100 years. And what we do is we create a template, we put it on a piece of dirty ground, and then with a high power washer and pure water, we are simply cleaning a message or an image into the street, creating a contrast between the dirt that's built up over the years and the clean tile. People in Amsterdam are extremely open to what we're doing. Most of them really like what we're doing. They know that we're donating water. They know that we're doing community action. So we have a pretty good reputation in Amsterdam in terms of being a company that people sort of are rooting for. We're basically a group of people that come out of the traditional advertising world and have decided that we want to do something more with our lives and have a little bit more meaning, and Green Graffiti gives us that.
Do you consider yourself as an artist or a street artist?
No, I consider myself as an advertising guy who sort of discovered street art. I've always been a big fan of graffiti. I like the idea that I combine what I like doing, what I've learned to do for 25 years, which is marketing and advertising, and then combining it with street art and graffiti. I think it's a perfect match. You know, graffiti is a very pure form of art. It's an expression. People are saying something. And advertising is sort of the same thing. You're saying something, you're making an expression. So why can't we combine graffiti and advertising and put them together in a different way?
As we see, it's not only put the flowers, you clean all the area.
Yeah, well, the idea is, you know, we want to make it a little bit better than when we came. And we can just do the flowers, but I think it's, well, we have the equipment, it's easy to do, so just to do a little bit extra, it just makes it a little bit nicer. I think everybody likes things to be clean and, you know, not to see cigarette butts and that sort of thing. And that's just a little bit extra that we can do to make it that much nicer. You know, my feeling is that Green Graffiti would never have happened without Amsterdam. When I moved here from the United States, which is very capitalistic, I learned about the importance of, you know, social, about giving back and about doing things for other people. So I think that Amsterdam inspired the whole idea behind Green Graffiti. I'm not so sure that this idea would have started anywhere else. Amsterdam's the perfect sort of combination of all of these things coming together. And it gave us inspiration and gave us the freedom to do it and sort of encouraged us and said, go, you know, go for it, do it. My hopes for Amsterdam would be that it continues to be Amsterdam and doesn't change too much. Since I've been here, I've seen a lot of things that you know, used to be, I would consider to be American, sort of sneaking and creeping into the culture in Amsterdam. And I would hope that the Dutch hang on to their culture a little bit more, and I would hope that they don't change too much. I think Amsterdam is terrific for what it is, and I don't think it needs to change. I think it needs to stay the city that we've all grown to know and to love.
You come from Amsterdam?
No, we're from Utrecht. So it's a city near Amsterdam. So 20 minutes
We
by
come
train.
here a lot. It's a beautiful place, so we love to hang here around.
It's we like that it's a very international city. So there's lots and lots and lots of tourists, but also expats from everywhere. But it's very easy to meet people here in bars and stuff like that from very many different countries. So that's a very cool aspect of it. And of course the amount of canals is and the way the streets are built around those canals is very you have a lot of very small, personal, quiet places very near the center of the city. So it's
And of course the freedom a little bit with all the coffee shops.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Also,
When we do street art, we like to do objects because we see a lot of paint in the streets as art. And apart from that, apart from the street art aspect, we do interactive installations. So art that reacts to people, and that's a part of what we of our bird project. It also has to do with that. We were walking around Utrecht, our hometown, and we saw the extreme amount of cameras, security cameras around the neighborhood. And if you start looking for them, you see them everywhere. And when we started seeing where they're placed, we also saw that that's the exact same spots as where the birds in the city hang out, you know, so up high so they can see all the people dropping food and stuff like that. And that's the same spots where the cameras are. Only the birds, they feed on our food, and the cameras, they feed on our privacy.
but lots of people think that the cameras are real, and that's what's made the project a little bit creepy, because people feel like they're being watched with these birds.
Yeah, by putting weird objects in the street, we want people to look up more, you know, to see if they see more birds, and then they maybe also see the real cameras everywhere in the city. They sell birds like these for in windows of shops, you know, and we decapitate them and combine them with the cameras. We feel that when you do something in the street like this, instead of in a gallery or just on the internet or something like that, you talk to people in their daily, you know, in their daily life.
this kind of critique of our society?
Yeah, we call them. Our project is called Panopticons, and the Panopticon was designed by Jeremy Bentham in 18-something for a prison with one tower in the middle and all the cells around it. The prisoners can't see if they're being watched, but they know they could be watched at any moment. And that concept is interwoven in our whole society at the moment. You know, it's always maybe the cops will come, you know, or maybe you're being watched by the cameras, or and we find that the security cameras everywhere are the most obvious sign of that problem. You know, the Panopticon society and the surveillance society to get everybody to be good little citizens. You know.
See you around. Enjoy the weather. Bye. Bye.
I was born in Utrecht. Utrecht is in the city in the center of Holland, and it's about 40 kilometers from here.
It's a nice place. It's nice.
I can understand that some artists want to live here because everything is happening here in Amsterdam. You have the best festivals. You have a lot of different people, so you can get a lot of inspiration out of that. I wanted to bring you here because this is an environment where people meet and greet and or ignore each other. So they live in their environment, and this is the way they spend their time in their living situation. So I wanted to let you see how the Amsterdam people live, and not like there are so many tourists. The material I use to paint on the streets is chalk, like the little chalk sticks. You have them in all kind of colors, and I mix them together and blend them to a painting. That's what I use, and it's the advantage of the chalks is that it's very environmental friendly, because when you put it on the pavement, after the first rain it will wash away, or you will see the painting fade away. So slowly it will disappear. After a month you won't see anything of the painting anymore. So that's a very friendly form of communicating.
You know this person, or it's come from your imagination?
Yes, this person I used as a model in my own paintings. She inspires me as the beauty, but in my mind I give her a story. So I imagine with her a story, and then I make the picture complete with it. And this is a story about a girl who was very young and was put in a hospital, and then she was like 15 years in that surroundings, and she doesn't know anything about the outside her world. and she's got a helmet on with all kinds of control alarm tickling device. So she will get controlled from another part of the building, but she doesn't know that. So it's a kind of synonym of some people who live here. Like they live by the rules and don't think of themselves, but they are happy with it. I'm always on the street, and I expect that people maybe wondered about it or like it or smile at me when I'm doing that. When you're on the street, in a public place, you make the art available for everybody. So that's also a reason for it.
And the people in Amsterdam, it's are a good audience for.
Well, yeah, yes, yeah. They are very open-minded, so they don't look up to anything strange happening. They will appreciate it always. So that's good. Amsterdam people are open-minded. When you make art and it disappears after a while, it's also a kind of meaning of life that all is disappearing in a minute or in a few years.
What's your hope for the future of Amsterdam?
The hope for the future? Well, I believe there is a lot of discussion about the open-mindedness in Amsterdam. In former days it was even more open, and then there came a kind of strict rules because they want to have the rules because there were a lot of problems. And now Amsterdam isn't so like the city it was used to be, like openness. So I think it must be more open to all the people again as it was 10 years ago. Something more about Amsterdam. You see a lot of different areas in Amsterdam. Like this is the tourist area, this is the more urban area, and this is more especially for Moroccan society or something like that. And the place where we are now is a kind of a mixture of the different cultures. So I think when it's more all the areas are more like mixtures, then it will be one city.
If Amsterdam were a person, what would you like to say to her?
If Amsterdam was a person, it would be a vital person. I think it's an artist. Please stay a vital city.
You are a very kind person. Yeah, you're a very open-minded person, and you're a person that I would like to hang around.
I want to say to Amsterdam, keep it raw.
Stop trying to clean yourself up.
Yeah.
When I see Amsterdam and I see it as a she, that for me is enough to remark it as the city as it is. So because for me it's a woman, and that's enough.